Well, good morning, diecast enthusiasts. No matter where you reside on the planet, welcome back, and thank you for coming back. I'd just like to take this opportunity to ask you, if you like what I do, can you hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll always get back to you. But on to today's shorty, which is about the mostly known Plano Case. American product, 24 compartments, or as I like to call them, 24 parking spaces. And, well, I've seen places abroad that have them in abundance, but in England we struggle. And in fact, after extensive research on the internet, you've heard me say it before, I found one place that stocks them, and that is Combat Cadet Supplies on the south coast of England, who can be found on Amazon. But if you're searching for this in your country or nearest country to be shipped to you, what you're looking for is the Plano logo up at the top. 24 compartments, comes in a few different languages there, so it was obviously meant for export. It's the Plano Stow and Go. But what you're really looking for is the number here, which is 5324. So it's a Plano Stow and Go, 5324, 24 compartments. But if you just enter Plano 5324, I'm sure something will come up, because that's how I found it. And basically, they're calling it a portable organizer. Molding Corporation, Illinois. I've got a few friends that live around the Illinois area. And there it is, loud and proud, 3 stars, USA. Okay, so this video was requested by a few here, but mostly Victor from Wheels Hot, the crazy Russian enthusiast, who for me is bringing the fun into collecting. Is a super guy. Leave a comment if you swing by his website, subscribe to him. And obviously, being Russian, he's got a slightly different tilt on how he buys, where he buys, what he can buy. I mean, if it's one thing I've learned through this hobby, is that maybe we're all the same and all a little bit different. We all do the same things, but we go about them in a slightly different manner. And that's fine. I think that's the interesting bit. I don't know about you people, but I like to see how people live their lives slightly differently. But Victor's got a heck of a collection. He does racing. He certainly brings the fun to it. He's light-hearted. He's a very genuine, polite man. And I say, if you leave him a comment, he will get back to you. It's just his way. I enjoy everything he does on his channel. If you ask him things, he will be experimental and try and fulfill, you know what, I mean, I asked him to do some glow racing, you know, with glow wheels on Hot Wheels, and it sort of turned out all right and sort of didn't, but at least the guy was nice enough to say, well, actually, that doesn't sound a bad idea. I'll try that for you, Sol. And he had mixed results, but the guy tried, and that's all you can ask. That, you know, that's a mark of the man, and, you know, it says everything you need to know about Victor. So please check him out at Wheels Hot, the Russian diecast collector, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. I love what he does. So thank you very much, Victor. And this one is mainly for you. So here's the review, and we'll show you an adaptation as well that I haven't seen anybody else do, but I tried it basically on the back of seeing Fireman Food 1988, who stores certain, well, you've seen on my own videos, you can store maybe 3 different sizes of car or vans or whatever your vehicle is, bigger at the bottom, and then you've got 4 or 5 layers of the same, and then a little bit convoluted where the handle for carrying this sits behind. So why the Plano? Well, first of all, it's durable plastic, and when I say durable, I mean it is rock hard. It really is. High impact. Carry handle at the back. So if you want to make your cars portable, say like you've got your display on the wall and then you need to move house, you know, you buy a new house or rented accommodation, then all you do is clip the lid back on and you have got a protected dust-free carrier case which will keep your cars immaculate. So that's a big reason. But also, you can remove the lid as easy as anything, of which I'll show you. And then it's got two screw provisos at the back where you can mount it on the wall as easy as anything. These lower hinges, let me just tilt you down a bit. Some of these lower hinges, obviously 50-50 split, some of these remain. But when you hang the case on the wall, guess what? This bottom lip of the case locks in to what's left and it hides it. So all you get is two nice seams together. So that's another good thing. Whoever developed and designed this thing has, for me, covered just about every base possible. It is, well, I can't think of a fault, so I'm going to say it's almost perfect for what you need. It's all I carry, really. I've got 50 or so of these. Well, no, more like 54 now and growing. They'll send you them in singulars. They'll send you them in bulk. But for me in England, by the time I bought them, if I got this from America, it would cost about £7 and then £25 to ship each one. So it's ridiculous. You're talking nearly £35 for one case. Because I can get them in England, they cost me £10 and, well, just over £10, and the postage and package is free. So that's absolutely fantastic for me. And it's something you can pay sort of pocket money prices for and build them bit by bit. Or, like I say, you can buy in bulk. I've done a bit of both, really. So let's show you what I know. So first of all, you've got this sticker, and it's really, really, it's like the case itself. It's quality. It's laminated. But the first question you raise with stickers is am I going to get this off without making an absolute mess of the lid and then start having to soak it in hot water or buy sticky stuff remover? And the answer to that is, if I just tilt you down a bit more like that, is that you get a corner going, and that's pretty easy as hell. And you can make, I don't know how they attach it. I mean, obviously it's a glue, but it's a process where it leaves bubbles underneath, air bubbles, but so there you go. How easy is that? And if I tilt that to the light, look, no glue residue, no unsightly marks. So that's another plus in Plano's Armoury. And there's a good close-up of the label, look. And there's what you're looking for. Plano 5324. That's all you need to enter on your search bar. But if you pause that, you can glean all the information you want off that. So that's great. So we've got a sticker that makes no impact. If I turn this round the back, and I'll have to tilt you up, forgive me, this is haphazard when you don't do any editing and you're working in a small space. So there's the carry handle. I say, really, you can't, honestly, it is as solid can be. And there's your two clips, and all you do, you can hear them pop, look, that's it. And then we've got your Plano case open. Okay, you're used to seeing it upside down the other way around. Okay, so here's the hinges, and again, forgive me for tilting you up and down, it's the only way I can do this. But here's your hinges, and it looks like a double hinge configuration. There's a plastic clip here, move to the other side, there's a plastic clip there, and the same there and there. And I've got my strategically placed T-cloth down so I don't damage my work places. There's the upside down version of the handle. It only is indented at the back. The front is solid. So just bear with me a minute while I just get this in position and get the camera right, because like I say, it's a bit fiddly on the small workspace. I don't do any editing ever. Right, so let's see what we can see now. Okay, I think that's a really good shot of the Plano hinge system. And it's like I was saying to you there. You've got one tab there, one tab there, and it's mirrored on the other side. I mean, just to prove a point. There we go. So tab there, and being as I'm a right-hander, don't be rude, we'll start by putting a flat screwdriver on that tab, and it can take a little bit for sometimes, but you hear that pop? That's how easy that was. So same again, and you can see it's already coming off, nothing needed to do. It works better if you do it on the edge of a work surface at 45-degree angle. So this is where it's awkward for me because I'm cack-handed. There we go, that Plano pop I call it. It's a noise you become very used to. Bang. That's it. There's your little tabs, that's what you've just pushed out. So now you've separated your lid, and when it comes to putting the lid back on, it's the same process in reverse. And this is what I was saying. So if we turn this around, this is what's left, and you think, oh my God, that looks unsightly. But when you mount a Plano case, you've got it like that, and when you put the next Plano case on it, it's actually these tabs that lock it into place and make it flush all the way along. So these disappear, and the more you mount, the more it makes sense. It just makes a lovely collage of neat parking spaces. And you think, you know, if I tilt this up, you think, oh my Lord, but look at all that plastic. And believe you me, you must have seen now from my Plano reviews, you know, pack and stack, that when you put the cars in there, it's the fact that this is a misty white. It actually makes the cars stand forward, and you forget what they're even held by, because it's all about the cars, and it shows you immaculately, you know, your collection off to the best. So I love these. Modular, interlocking, strong, durable, portable, protective. And you'll see when I reveal my wall the true immensity of this simple little product, but my God, has it been designed so well, manufactured to the highest standard, and I cannot speak highly enough of these. And now a little something else, because Fireman Food, he buys two sorts of cases. He has the Plano, and a lot of people have the Plano, but what if you want to display something bigger in here? You're sort of limited, because like I say, I mean, just listen to this. I mean, it is solid, right? But say he wants to show Team Transports off. He can buy another case in America where these sort of partitions slide out. I think you all know them. They're like little office organisers, but they're modular, and he can pull this compartment out, and then he's got room for Team Transport, etc. And that's how he does his. But I haven't got access to that sort of case, and to me, they don't seem to be as durable or as high impact as these things are. So it's like anything in life, a little bit of information and the correct tools, and I got into modifying these. First time you do it, you take a risk, you think, well, I'm stepping into the dark here, my best guess is I'll be all right, but until you try it, you don't know. So, how to convert a Plano and make it more than it is? Well, you'll need some of these, and I don't know what you call them in your country. Just turn my light a little bit. There we go. But we use these for cutting wires. Not big wires. I think electricians use them for stripping out insulation on the cable. But a good sharp pair of them. And if you feel that's not man enough for the job, then they come in a oh my God size, of which I use both. And I use a technique called nibbling. It's like what tilers use when they tile your kitchens or bathrooms. So you'll need 1 or 2 pairs of them, depending on what you want to do with it. And then probably the most important tool is like the similar sort of thing, but this is a nipping tool, and we use this for nibbling bits off tiles and stuff like that. Good sharp edges on them. It's like anything, boys and girls, you keep your tools nice and sharp, and that eliminates the danger, and then it also means that you can use them properly. Simple little locking system there in the middle, which keeps them pinged apart, as you can see. Inexpensive. I think I paid, well, less than £2 a pair. So bearing that in mind, I'll show you a little technique, because you can't go at it like a bull in a china shop. So what we'll do is I convert the bottom space, and the reason for that is everything else rests on it, but you've got a big aperture to start with, so you're making it easier for yourself. So what I tend to do here is just, and you can, like I say, it's little and often. So we'll go in, and then you'll hear. Oh, let me turn that a little bit. There you go. Can you hear that? So that's that side disconnected, and then same here. Oh, this is really awkward in front of a camera, but I think you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm using the back wall as a guide. So I've got both cuts made on either side of that aperture. So now I might want to go in a little bit deeper. So I get the bigger stuff on. And again, just prise it away. Prise it away, nice and gentle. I've never damaged or broken one of these accidentally, but then, like I say, again, you hear that little crack. So that's got us, depth for that tooling, maybe ½ an inch. And then I get the nippers in. And again, with these, you twist it. Twist it. Right, I haven't cut that properly there yet, so we'll take the little stuff in. Okay, so it's sort of a mixture of nipping and tearing, really. Right, so there you can see we've pulled a big lump of plastic away. You can see where it's cut. Don't worry about that at all, because all you're doing then is, again, working down. You do this in 3 or 4 sections. Again, you hear that, and that's a good sound when you're doing this. This one, a little bit more awkward because it's not my angle. I shall turn it around a little bit. Just bring you up here. And I'll go at this way. Go back with the bigger stuff. There we go. These are all satisfying sounds when you're doing it, and this really from start to finish doesn't really take more than 5 minutes per case. There you go. You can see that coming out, and you would go at that. There's another piece, and you would go at that. Again, let me just get that lined up for you. Okay, so you can see now that we're cutting back, and basically I would do that. I'm not going to have the finesse working in front of the camera to do that, and I will show you, because we'll be using this case on the very next stack and pack of Plano. But you would take that back, right, and then when you get somewhere near the bottom, it's this flat edge that you run up against the back, and that's how you get it nice and neat. And if it really, really bugs you, you can take one of your craft files and just file the edges down. The back sits flush and will be hidden anyway. But using, I say, what we call a tile nibbler, and 1 or 2 sorts of wire cutter, that's how you cut that back. And when you come back from our next show, you'll see that completed, and the good it does and the beauty that you can bestow in this case from just working at it, having a little bit of confidence. You'd be very hard pressed to break it. I'm amazed at how durable these things are. So we'll take this case forward into the next show, which will be, I believe you call it JDMs, which I only found out the other day stands for Japanese Domestic Motors. I love my Jap stuff, and we'll be installing here a team transport, of which I've got many now, and this is the best way I find to integrate them. And again, when you've got all them displays together, they tend to make the team transport, which is the premium piece, stand out a little bit, because it automatically takes your eye to say, well, I've got used to 24 parking spaces, but there's something a little different with this, and they look fantastic. So I'm going to cut the video here, and I hope this has been of use to you. I hope it's given you a little confidence. I hope it's given you a little bit of knowledge to get the full benefit out of these wonderful Plano cases, and how to do a conversion, of which you'll see the full effect in my next video, and that'll be Pack and Stack a Plano JDM Japanese Motor Special. Okay, so I hope this has been of help to you. Victor, I hope you got what you wanted from this. Thanks for being a friend. Thanks for your channel and the wonderful content in it. People, check him out. That's Wheels Hot. And I will see you shortly. Goodbye.